It's Assassin's Creed, baby. Oh, ouch. Welcome back to the Deathloop. My name is Martin Walsh, and today we're going to be going over the best settings for console, PlayStation 5, or controller in Deathloop. Now, if you enjoy or love Deathloop, make sure you like and subscribe, because that's the majority of my content, as I help you guys get better at the game with some tips and tricks, and to show some pretty epic gameplay as well. But with that being said, let's get into the video with the best settings on Deathloop. Okay, so let's start off with the control options, and straight away we're just going to go in. I've not changed anything on the control scheme. It feels really nice the way they've implemented all the abilities and the layout. I totally agree with. Sprint, I've still got on press. I've not changed that at all to toggle or hold. Again, press, just nice and easy. Majority of the time you will be sneaking around, unless you like to go guns blazing like me. But even so, no need to change that whatsoever. Invert Y-Axis, I'm not about that. I know some certain weirdos that do like it, but no, not for me. I actually think when I was a kid, I actually played with Invert Y-Axis, but I don't know how I did that now. View sensitivity, I think I've got it up like 2 or 3. Again, the base sensitivity is good when you first get to grips with the game, and then as you get more comfortable with it, you may want to just up it ever so slightly. As again, you may be a lot quicker, maybe doing some speed runs, or again, you may just prefer the higher sensitivities. People always ask, you know, what is the best sensitivity, and the most annoying response is it's whatever feels best to you. Yeah, it's so true. You know, you could play on max sensitivity, and it would take you a week to adjust, but you would adjust after time. Again, so play with it little by little. Don't do any massive changes, but again, I've bumped mine up by like 2 or 3, and it feels good for me. Aim down sight, added sensitivity. I've got mine added 5. Once again, the sensitivity is good, and as I've got more confidence, again, I'm just gonna up it. I probably will up it to about 15, 20 after like maybe a week or 2, but at the moment it feels good. Camera input control, just direct. I don't know what filtered is. I've messed around with a few of them, but just direct feels best. And auto aim model. Now, this is where controller, wow, you can really get a real good advantage. Of course, when you play Deathloop, you will play, you know, console versus console. You will never play against PC, I believe. Now, on default, it's friction plus iron sight snap. Now, let's talk about iron sight snap. Now, again, it says right there, when the crosshairs are near a target, you aim down, sight, snap towards them when activated. That means you can literally press L2 if you're on, of course, you're on PlayStation. It's not on Xbox. Sorry about that. When you press L2, it will literally, as it said, it will snap. So you can then shoot straight away. With my rifle, that's all you'll see me do. Take full advantage of that. Friction, camera speed slows slightly near potential targets. I feel like this is a little messed up because it kind of pulls you towards the target, and the friction is just really weird. It doesn't feel nice, so I've taken that off and I only have iron sight snap. So then there's really, after that, there's no aim assist after you've aimed in, but again, you'll just see me snapping on and taking full advantage of that. Controller speaker, really liked it when I was doing the storyline with Colt, but after that, really there's no need. It gets a little tedious when you've played it so much. Again, I've played over like 150 games with Juliana, so, you know, I kind of know every line off by heart. Vibration intensity. Loved it. Loved the controller trigger effects. Loved all of that during the game. It really did help it immerse you into the experience. I've turned it down a little bit. I believe it starts on 50 or maybe more. But I do enjoy it, so I've still got it on. Controller trigger effects. If you really wanted to go pro and get like crazy about this game, you'd probably turn it off. But again, I still really like it. And that's it for the controllers. Visuals, gamma, adjust gamma. Again, you have it down to whatever monitor you've got. If that will change for everyone. I like it slightly brighter. That's just me though. A brightness 22. Now I have tried all 3 visual modes out, and I have to say, if you're on PlayStation, do not use the ray tracing. Dynamic 4K scaling, high graphic fidelity, ray tracing enabled 30 FPS. It doesn't look good. It doesn't feel good. The 30 FPS, it looks like it's stuttering. Unfortunately, the PlayStation 5 cannot handle the ray tracing. Good idea, but it's just not the one. Visual quality, dynamic 4K scaling, graphic fidelity prioritized, no ray tracing, 60 FPS with drops. It's nice, but again, you do notice a few drops here and there. Stick with performance. Performance is the best. It still looks nice. Again, I played the whole game mode on performance, and that's what it's generically set on. So my recommendation, just keep it on performance. It's a lot more enjoyable, and you won't notice those frame drops. Audio, not changed any of that apart from controller speaker. Again, it's completely up to you on the audio. Output either auto. Or again, if you have got like a headset like mine, I think it's probably definitely best just to put that on. Use it only with standard headphones. Yes. Lovely. But again, your headset just needs to be plugged into your controller. Now, I record, and if there's any content creators out there, if you've got an Elgato 360, you won't be able to plug it into the controller unless you've got one of those splitters. I don't, so mine's plugged into the monitor itself. So gameplay, you have a ton of options. However, you don't want to overcomplicate things, so I'm just going to make things really, really simple. I've got head bob on 0. Obviously, head bob is that movement, that left to right, just like you're walking in real life, and that's what the character does. Makes it a little bit more realistic in this crazy game. Again, whilst I was playing the story, I enjoyed it. Again, now I'm just purely multiplayer PvP. I find it a little easier to spot when Juliana's maybe invisible, when my head's not bobbing around, so that's why it's on 0. Dual crosshairs, have that on no. So they share the same reticle. There's no point in having 2 separate ones. That definitely is a lot easier to use. So have that on no. Automatic cover lean, yep, nice and easy. Gadget cycle mode, sabotage to hacker Majima Bob. Yeah, have it on that one. Auto switch to the next available weapon, have that on yes. Exclude empty weapons from cycle. Definitely, if you've got an empty weapon, you don't want to be pulling it out and shooting blanks. Auto equip weapons on pickup, absolutely. Start mission with an empty left hand, no, have something right there. Start mission with a machete. If you're going to go for stealth, maybe pop that on yes. Can't assist, default directions, yes. People ask me how I get the enemy to always go upwards. Now, when I was doing that, I actually had this set on forwards. And then when you use the ability, you press up and it sends them upwards in that direction. So if you press the ability and go left, it sends them left, right, down, so on. I didn't know that when I first started the game. Took me maybe a week and a half. But if you just want to send people straight up in the air with no challenge whatsoever, set this to upwards. Press the ability, do not move the right analog, and it will just send them up. And you can do that multiple times, up to 4 if you've got the mana boost on, and then they will just fall to their death. However, if they have got the teleports, the dash, obviously they can get away from that reach, which is the best counter to Carnesis. Or if you both just have Carnesis, you can both just lift each other up and die together. A true love story. Other than that, no, nice and easy. That's all the gameplay stuff. Not much to change on that one. So let's head over to the HUD. HUD, English, yes, subtitles, all dialogue, very useful. A lot of the bots, the PvE, the Eternalists have a lot of useful lines. sometimes, you know, if you're playing past your bedtime, best to have the subtitles on so you don't miss out on what they say. Subtitles, backgrounds, yeah, again, that's just how clearly you want to see them. So if you really want to see them, maybe bump that up a bit more. And then HUD, I've got nothing changed on here across hairstyle. I didn't even know that was a thing. Simple or normal. I like how they are at the moment. I might actually have a play with simple. But other than that, you know, again, it's the HUD. It's not going to affect your gameplay. Maybe if you want to keep it simple, you can turn a few of these off. Other than that, that is it for the options. Let's get into some gameplay to end the video on. If you enjoyed it, you have any tips of your own, put them down in the comments. I saw someone on my last video saying they had an ability where they heal in toxic gas. Fantastic. Other than if it's the heritage where the gas is explosive. You'll be sitting there healing up, someone will shoot it and you'll explode and die. So just look out for that. Other than that, pop your comments down below. I'll see you on the next one. Remember, if you love Deathloop like I do, make sure you subscribe. We're on our way to 500 subscribers. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. So thank you, and see you soon. Give a warning shot. Give her another warning shot. I don't think she knows where I am at all. Should we try this? It's Assassin's Creed, baby. Oh, ouch.